Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jai Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So maybe due to the rain, so many of the devotees are not able to come. Mostly they may be able to join later. So today's topic is what is a qualification to study Bhagavad Gita. So this is something which is presented in various shlokas in the first chapter and few shlokas in the second chapter as well. So we will try to study these shlokas and then see how Arjuna's qualities are highlighted by the acharyas, and based on those qualities we will also be able to develop those qualities, and then we can also try to understand Bhagavad Gita. So the first quality that we are going to study is about the compassion, and that is nicely shown in the 28th shloka of the first chapter. So here we see that the position at this point in time is Arjuna is wanting to see both the armies, both the parties. He wanting to see who are present in the battlefield for fighting. So it is seen that in the Kshatriyas battles, sometimes people, they don't even come to the battle, and sometimes people are daring to go to the battlefield, but after seeing the scene, sometimes some of them will go away, and only the most determined people, they will actually stay back, for fighting. So it is a general custom that the warriors, they would estimate, and just before the battle begins, they would estimate like what is the scene, over there. And at that point in time, so he mentions to Krishna, Arjuna mentions to Krishna that you please take my chariot in between both the armies, and I wish to see who are all present for this battle. And then Krishna also, he just doesn't want the battle to happen. He wants the Bhagavad Gita to be spoken also. So he places the chariot in front of Bhishma and Drona. And then after seeing them, Arjuna is pushed to a particular kind of a condition. So that is mentioned here. Arjuna, like you can chant after me. Arjuna uvacha Dishvemam svajanam Krishna Yuhyutsam samupastitam Sidanti mama gatrani Mukam cha parishushati. So here Arjuna is telling, Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. So, okay. And then purport, any man who has genuine devotion to the Lord has all good qualities which are found in godly persons or in the demigods whereas the non-devotees, however advanced he may be in material qualifications by education and culture, lacks in godly qualities. As such, Arjuna, just after seeing his kinsmen, friends, and relatives on the battlefield, was at once overwhelmed by compassion for them who had so decided to fight amongst themselves. As far as his soldiers were concerned, he was sympathetic from the beginning, but he felt compassion even for the soldiers of the opposite party, foreseeing their imminent death. And while he was so thinking, the limbs of his body began to quiver and his mouth became dry. He was more or less astonished to see the fighting spirit. Practically the whole community, all blood relatives of Arjuna, had come to fight with him. This overwhelmed a kind devotee like Arjuna. Although it is not mentioned here, still one can easily imagine that not only were Arjuna's bodily limbs quivering, but his mouth drying up, and he was also crying out of compassion. Such symptoms in Arjuna were not due to weakness, but to his due to his soft-heartedness, a characteristic of a pure devotee of the Lord. It is stated, therefore, Yashyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair gunes tatra samasate suraha harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manoratena sati dhavato bahihi. One who has unflinching devotion for the personality of Godhead, one who has unflinching devotion for the personality of Godhead has all good qualities of the demigods, but one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are of little value. This is because he is hovering on the mental plane and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy. So here we see some of the nice things that are mentioned. So first of all, Srila Prabhupada notes that this is because so Arjuna, he is seeing the friends and relatives in the battlefield, and then he is telling that his body is quivering and mouth is drying up. So this scenario can happen out of many different occasions. Like if some very very difficult opponent is there in front of us, then out of fear also this kind of symptoms can come up. So but then here Arjuna is not a person of who can be terrified by these kind of things, because he has faced these personalities before also. So in the Virata kingdom, so when they were there in incognito, Agyatavas, so at the time, at the end of Agyatavas, the same, almost the same great personalities like Bhishma, Drona and Duryodhana and all these personalities were there even in that battle. So other people are of not much of this one. So there are many other people who are there in this battlefield. So it is much more bigger an army. But then, so those people are of not much of a, this one for Arjuna. So like Arjuna and Bhima, these people are like quite recognized warriors. They are like very powerful warriors. So in fact, one of the names of Arjuna is called Bibhatsu. Bibhatsu means Bhayanak. So when Arjuna, he appears in the battlefield with all his weapons and things like that, so people just by looking at him so they will accept the defeat, or sometimes they will faint. So that is the kind of personality Arjuna is. So he is not getting this quivering of body and mouth drying up and things like that out of fear. So this is something else that is happening. So that has been described in further shlokas also by the Arjuna's own admission. So we also understand that it is out of compassion for his relatives. So he is speaking like this. So it is not that if I face these people I will die. So first of all, a Kshatriya is a person who is not afraid of death. In fact, for them like fighting and battle and things like that is like quite a normal thing. And then facing a death in the battlefield is considered to be very great. So they would, in fact, in Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna himself mentions, why are you like hesitating to fight? If you win, you will get the unrivaled kingdom. And if you die, you are going to go to heavenly planets. Two kinds of death is very much glorified in Vedic system. So one is death after practice of spiritual life, and then death in the battlefield. These two things are like very much glorified, because very high destination is assured if a person gives up his body in this way. So a very trained Kshatriya, very very expert Kshatriya like Arjuna, so he would not be thinking of oh, this is a very difficult battle, I'm going to die in this battle. So that's definitely not the case. So here, he is thinking about, if I were to fight, if these two very powerful armies were to collide, so many people would die, and then it includes our party and it includes their party also, the opposite party also. And all of them are friends and relatives, and not all of them are having enmity with Arjuna. So it is only Duryodhana and no few people. So, but all other people who have assembled, like Bhishma, Drona and personalities like that, it's out of duty they are fighting. So it is not that they have any vengeance against Arjuna and things like that. So there are many people who are of very great value for Arjuna. So even they are standing there, and either ways, there is going to be a lot of death. So it is Arjuna is feeling, and he is actually making a estimation, is it needed? Is it such a kind of a massacre? Is it needed? That is something like Arjuna is thinking about. And then here it is mentioned about that as far as his soldiers were concerned, he was sympathetic from the beginning. So definitely there is going to be a loss. It's not that everybody who goes to the battlefield are going to survive. So there are definitely many going to die. And but then now he is feeling compassion even for the soldiers of the opposite party. So this is something like even in Kali Yuga we see that I heard that most of the court cases, so it is not because of between there is life enemies, they are actually fighting. So most of the court cases, guess what? It's all between the family members. It's all the family cases. That's between that too, mostly like between the brothers and between the common shareholders of a property. So that's how this is. Even this land also before purchasing, we had the similar kind of a problem. So the common family, they have a dispute, and and they could not able to come to a conclusion. Whom does this property belong to? Right? So it's a common thing. Right? So in Kali Yuga, it's very happily they'll fight, even with the brothers and relatives and things like that. So, but then here we see Arjuna's nature. He is feeling compassion, not only for his soldiers, he is even feeling compassion for the soldiers of the opposite party. So this is noted by the Acharyas. So Srila Prabhupada notes down these different qualities of Arjuna, and then he sums it up later in the second chapter. So we will come to that towards the end of the class. So now this is a very important quality that has been noted, and in the summation or in the conclusion, it is mentioned that these qualities makes Arjuna a fit candidate to receive Bhagavad Gita, fit candidate to learn Bhagavad Gita. So this compassion is a very, very important quality that has been mentioned over here. So here I had this is. So we will study in terms of compassion in this relation. There is some nice section of Samudra Manthan pastime is there. So where this particular thing has been glorified a lot, and we will try to study that. Since it is, since we are touching this topic, we will also study few shlokas from that topic. So in the Samudra Manthan, as we know, the demigods and the devatas and the demons, both of them, they had they had agreed upon an agreement. So where both of them will endeavor to churn the ocean, and nectar will be produced, and both of them would be able to have that. So that's the whole idea. And then when they were churning, at one point in time, Mother Lakshmi actually comes out of the churning process. So that is why she also has a name called Jalaja. So what is this name meaning, Jalaja? Emerged from water. Jalaja also Kamal. That is also there. So anything that is taken birth in water is called Jalaja. So even fish can be called as Jalaja, lotus can be called as Jalaja. And Lakshmi ji, she also takes birth from the ocean, so she is also called as Jalaja. So so when Lakshmi ji was, she appeared, everybody wanted to possess her. That's common, right? Everybody wants Lakshmi, everybody wants money and fortune and things like that. So both the demons and the devatas, both of them wanted to possess Lakshmi. So but then Lakshmi, no, she wanted to choose no her own her own husband, and it is mentioned in the, we are not covering all the shlokas. In one of the shlokas, it is mentioned she is exclusive property of the Supreme Lord Narayana. No, so Lakshmi should always be kept in association with Narayana. So when Lakshmi is attempted to be separated from Narayana, so maybe like you will possess Lakshmi, but then she will be the cause of destruction. No. So what is the example? Somebody wants to possess Lakshmi without Narayan? Ravana. No. So Ravana wanted Sita without Lord Ram. And what happened? So rather than what is the blessings of Lakshmi? Lakshmi's blessings is like you become very rich and you become very famous and all the fortune, good fortune. So that's the blessings of Lakshmi. But then on the contrary, he actually kidnapped Lakshmi, Sita Devi. Forcibly he wanted to have Lakshmi with him. But then wholesale destruction of Lanka. So that's this one. So if anybody wants to worship Lakshmi, there is a protocol, there is a particular way to worship Lakshmi. So that is have Lakshmi worshipped along with Narayan. So Mother Lakshmi is, that's the right way to actually offer worship to Lakshmi. So here few shlokas we will read. So there is a very nice Abhishekam ceremony that is performed by great many rishis and many great personalities. So it is, the context is that. So thereafter, Mother Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, having been properly celebrated with an auspicious ritualistic ceremony, began moving about, holding in her hand a garland of lotus flowers, which were surrounded by humming bumblebees. Smiling with shyness, her cheeks decorated by her earrings, she looked extremely beautiful. And then walking amongst Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas, Charanas and denizens of heaven, Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, was scrutinizingly examining them, but she could not find anyone naturally endowed with all good qualities. None of them was devoid of faults, and therefore she could not take shelter of any of them. So like Lakshmi Devi, she is perfect in all respects, and obviously she is also looking for a perfect match for herself. And when she is examining, so these different personalities are there who are all churning the ocean. So the demons side, many different personalities are there, and the Devatas side also many personalities are there. The list is given: Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas, Charanas and people like that. So she is examining who could be a good match for her. And she is examining and she could not able to find anybody. Everybody is having some fault or other. And then the goddess of fortune, examining the assembly, thought in this way: someone who has undergone great austerities has not yet conquered anger. Someone possesses knowledge, but he has not conquered material desires. Someone is very great personality, but he has not conquered lusty desires. Even great personality depends upon something else. How then can he be the supreme controller? She is looking for the Supreme Lord, and she is like very properly scanning through. And this is a very important shloka. Dharma kvachit tatra nabhuta sauhrudam. So this is like a very important line in this Tyagat kvachit tatra namukti karanam viryam napumso sti ajavega niskritam na hi dvitiyo gunasanga varjitah. So here it says, someone may possess full knowledge of religion, but still not be kind to all living entities. In someone, whether human or demigod, there may be renunciation, but that is not the cause of liberation. Someone may possess great power and yet unable to check the power of eternal time. Someone else may have renounced attachment to the material world, yet he cannot capture the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, no one is completely freed from the influence of material modes of nature. So we took this section specifically for this one. This one, someone may possess full knowledge of religion, but still he is not kind to all living entities. We studied the quality of Arjuna, the quality of compassion, that is noted. And here also in this particular in this particular shloka, Lakshmi Devi is actually analyzing Dharma kvachit tatra nabhuta sauhrudam. Right? So in this, Srila Prabhupada actually offers a very nice explanation. He says the statement Dharma kvachit tatra nabhuta sauhrudam is very important in this verse. We actually see that there are many Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and religionists of other cults who adhere to the religious principles very nicely, but are not equal to all living entities. Indeed, although they profess to be very religious, they kill poor animals. Such religion has no meaning. No, Srimad Bhagavatam 128 says, Dharma swanishtita pumsam vishvakshena katashuya notpadaya dediratim shamayevahi kevalam. So, like dharma, swa anishtita. No, like somebody is following dharma. No, and then but if he is not developing the attraction, rati, Notpadeye dedirathim. No, he is not developing rati. Towards what? No, developing attraction towards what? Vishvakshena katasuya. So he is not developing attraction to the messages of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So somebody may say, like, I am a great devotee of the Lord. No, but then, I will also kill other animals for my satisfaction. So that means, no, he has not developed that much of faith in the words of God. No. Like, here Srila Prabhupada nicely mentions that one may be very expert in following religious principles of his own sect, but if he has no tendency to love the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his observance of religious principle is simply waste of time. So now, okay, like where is loving Supreme Personality of Godhead and loving all the living entities? So that connection Srila Prabhupada actually brings about. One must develop a sense of loving Vasudev. No, Vasudev is Krishna. So one must love Vasudev. And who is Vasudev? Vasudeva Sarvamati Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So who is Vasudev? Vasudev is not just the deity in the temple. No, who is Vasudev? No, who is Krishna? So Krishna means like not just Krishna himself. Krishna includes all his energies. So this very nicely is explained in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna explains, no, he has two kinds of energies. No, he explains that. So what all the energies that he has? No, he has the energy of Bhumir, Apo, Anala, Vayo, Kammano, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankaramiti, Emme, Binna, Prakritirashtada. So he has earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All these things Krishna claims as his energy. And then in the next shloka he says, what is the next shloka? 7.5. Kammano, Buddhi, Revacha, Ahankaramiti, Emme, Binna, Prakritirashtada. That apareyamitastvanyam prakritim viddhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho yedam daryate jagat. Apart from these 8 energies, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, there is another energy of mind, that is the living entities. No, all the living entities in this world, no, Krishna claims to be his own energy. So now, like the analysis is that now you have this lights, no, that are there. No, so these lights, no, it is also spreading its illumination everywhere, right? So now, can we separate the illumination and this light? Is it possible? So can we say that, no, take all this illumination to one room and take the light to another room? Is it possible? It's not possible. The light and the bulb and its illumination, no, both of it is inseparable. No, it is like part and parcel of each other. In the same way, no, the Supreme Lord Krishna and his energies, no, like Bhumi, Apo, Anala, Vayo, no, all these things are there. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Can we separate these things from Krishna? It's not possible. No, if that is why, like it is very essential, like even the conservation of nature, even the conservation of water or conservation of natural resources and things like that, even that also, no, is a devotional service, because it is also part and parcel of the Lord. It is very much, no, energy of the Lord. And if we deal with the energy of the Lord in an inappropriate way and then worship the Lord, so that will not lead to devotion. And one of the energies that Krishna mentions here is all the living entities are also his energies, right? So one who loves the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he also loves all the living entities. He will not try to kill any living entity, no, and then worship the Supreme Lord, right? So it's a very important, this one, Vasudeva Sarvamati Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. The sign of a devotee is that he is friend to everyone. Suhrudam Sarva Bhutanam. So like a devotee will never allow poor animals to be killed in the name of religion. This is the difference between a superficially religious person and a devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this compassion is noted as a very important quality, all through in the scriptures, compassion to the poor animals. So it is somebody may say like, We are just worshipping the Supreme Lord. And so how does it matter if I kill some animals for my food? So it definitely matters, because it is also part and parcel of the Lord, and it is also an energy of the Lord, and that also must be taken into consideration, and like proper respect must be offered to all the living entities. So this one aspect that we have seen, the compassion of Arjuna has been noted here, and so the very same thing we saw in this section of Samudra Manthan as well. So the compassion to the living entities is a very important quality for study of Bhagavad Gita, for study of spiritual knowledge, right? And then here since we are studying this purport, we will also discuss about the shloka that Srila Prabhupada quotes. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana sarver gunes tatra samasate suraha harava bhaktasya kuto mahat guna manorathena sati davato bahi. So yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. So one who is a devotee of the Lord, who is very much attached to the devotional service of the Lord. So what happens to him? Sarver gunes tatra samasate suraha. So he doesn't need to develop different good qualities separately. Just by executing devotional service, all the good qualities that are seen in the great personalities, Sura means the Devatas. So great personalities like Devatas. So all those good qualities will manifest in this person, a devotee of the Lord. So but then Hara Abhaktasya Kuto Mahat Guna. So one who is not a devotee of the Lord, what good quality may be there in him? Manorate Nasati Davato Bahi. So there is, but definitely we see there are many good people in this world as well, right? So who are not devotees of the Lord, who are not, so to say, devotees of the Lord, but then you may find many good qualities in them. So how will we tally this shloka with that? Now here in this shloka it is mentioned, somebody is not a devotee of the Lord, Kuto Mahat Gunan. Where is good quality in him? As if if somebody is not a devotee, he doesn't have any good qualities at all. So how do we tally this particular, this one? Can we say that one who is not a devotee of the Lord, one who doesn't visit temple and things like that, he will not have any good quality? But here the question is, if somebody is not a devotee, he doesn't have any good qualities. How can we say like that? It's a very heavy statement, no? Not showing gratitude, okay, fine. So many people who are doing philanthropic activity and feeding the poor people and so many social activities, they may not be devotees of the Lord. So, but then they are having some good qualities, Okay, so now the scriptures also use a certain way to establish what exists and what doesn't exist. This also, Krishna will talk about these things in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So he mentions of the non-existent, what is the endurance of the non-existence, and of the existent thing, where is the destruction of the existing thing. So here, when Krishna is talking about non-existent, he is talking about this body. Krishna is telling it is non-existent. What is the endurance of this non-existent thing? So we all know this body exists. And why Krishna is telling it is non-existent? Because it changes. Anything that which changes over a period of time, so it is as good as non-existent. Because it's just going to be there for a temporary period of time, and after some time it's going to be non-existent. And the soul, at any cost, Krishna explains in the second chapter, you cannot cut the soul, you cannot burn the soul, you cannot moist the soul, you cannot hurt the soul in any way. So that is why it is called as existent, because it doesn't undergo change. This body undergoes change, and at some point in time we will lose this body. That is why it is called as non-existent. In the same kind of a logic, here also we see Manorathena asati davato bahihi. So this hara vabhaktasya, those people who are not a devotee of the Lord, they may possess some good qualities, but their good qualities are born out of the natures, sattva, rajas and tamas. We are all affected by modes of nature. How do we get different modes of nature? If I have to develop mode of goodness, how will I get mode of goodness? Okay. Okay. So how will I get mode of ignorance if I want to get? Bad association, yeah. So Krishna mentions Karanam Guna Sangosya, no Sadasad Yoni Janmashu. So if you associate with a particular guna, no, if you associate with mode of goodness, you will develop mode of goodness. If you associate with mode of passion, you will develop mode of passion. If you associate with mode of ignorance, you will develop mode of ignorance. Right? So Karanam Guna Sangosya. Like just by associating with a particular quality, you will develop that quality. No? So Srila Prabhupada gives an example. If you go to an infected area, no, like so recently we just passed through this corona phase, you know. So if you like go to an infected area and then you come in contact with some infected things, then what happens? You become infected by that. Now whether you like it or not, that's a different thing. No, you just come in contact, you become infected by that. So that is why sometimes, you know, people say that he like, you know, one time I had been to one of my relatives' house and they were seeing some TV serial. And in that serial, there is so much of, it means like two people were fighting with so much of abusive words. So then I told that ki like, no, obviously like, no, you can imagine who are those two people. So Saas Bahu ka serial tha. And you know, they were abusing each other like anything. And then I told my relative that, see like, no, you are exposing yourself to such abusive language and so much of abuse is happening. So why are you watching this? No, then she told that, no, like I'm just watching it, just an entertainment. I'm not going to get affected by it. So then I told, no, you don't have a choice. No, Karanam Guna Sangosya. No, the basic teaching of Bhagavad Gita, you don't have a choice. You get associated with this kind of a interaction. You will develop those things. No, that's this one. So in that way, like we see that the abhaktas, the non-devotees of, no, like those who are not devotees of the Lord. So here it is, the question is raised, what kind of good quality they may possess. So this is a very valid question because they run, no, their fuel is based on the three modes of nature. So now they are exhibiting some good qualities because by some good fortune they have come in contact with some mode of goodness. And because of that, they are able to exhibit good qualities. But what if tomorrow if he associates with mode of passion? What if he associates with mode of ignorance? He will exhibit those qualities as well. So these qualities, the good qualities exhibited by the non-devotees, they are not permanent. Because it is just because they have come in contact with mode of goodness, they are able to exhibit good qualities. So, but what's the guarantee? Tomorrow they will have the same kind of qualities. It's not possible. So, but then the good qualities that are born out of devotion to the Lord, they are permanent. So they are permanent. So like those qualities will not be destroyed, right? So that is why, and also like it's not that anybody like who just starts practicing devotional service, he will all of them will exhibit good qualities. No, it is after a long prolonged practice of devotion, so one may develop the good qualities born out of the devotional service, right? So like that is why it is very very when some good qualities are there, like we need to estimate like what is the source of these good qualities. It's just like if somebody is having a lot of wealth in him, wealth with him. So you cannot just immediately come to a conclusion he's a wealthy person. What if he just borrowed that wealth for 2 days or 1 week or something like that? Is it a permanent asset of his or is it a temporary asset of his? That has to be seen. So like the non-devotees, if they possess some good qualities, it's a temporary asset that he has gained through the contact of different modes of nature. Right? So, but then good qualities that are developed by the devotees of the Lord after prolonged practice of devotion, so those are permanent qualities and those can be taken seriously. Right? So here it is talked about like in the Arjuna's quality of compassion, it is talked about that this is a very notable quality. So even in a very provocating kind of a situation, a war field, a war field is like already they have determined to fight. So in such a kind of a situation, Arjuna is able to exhibit compassion, means it is something very natural to him. It's not an artificial thing, or it is not something that probably like it's the good thing to do in this situation or something like that. So it is natural quality of Arjuna. It is just coming out even amidst the provocating situation of the battlefield, right? So that is specifically noted, and this no, the acharyas actually make a note saying that this is a good quality, no, which enables Arjuna, no, to become a student of Bhagavad Gita, no, which qualifies Arjuna to be a, no, recipient of the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, right? So this is this one, and then we will see shloka number 36. So there also some qualities of Arjuna is mentioned as no. We will chant this particular shloka. Papameva shrayedasman hatvaitana tatayinah tasman naraha vayam hantum dardarashran sabandhavan swajanam hi katam hatva shukina shyama madhava. Okay. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain? O Krishna, husband of goddess of fortune, how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Okay. So, purport. According to the Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. So, one who is the giver of poison, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks with deadly weapons, one who plunders riches, and one who occupies another's land, and one who kidnaps a wife. Right? Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. No. So this is a rule of the Vedic, Vedic literatures. No. So now Duryodhana and party. So which all aggression they have performed in this 6 things? Poison. House set on fire. They plundered the riches also. Occupied as no, literally everything. All 6 they did. They are fully qualified as aggressors, and no, killing them, no sin is going to come. No, by killing the Duryodhana and party. Right. So now, like Arjuna knows this. No, sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. No, he is telling, he is specifically qualifying them as atatayina. No. Like he's not telling that, no, these people are good people, why are we going to kill these people and things like that. He's not telling that. He is specifically using this word atatayina. These people are atatayina. So they are aggressors. No, they have performed all the aggression, no, that is necessary, no, for somebody to be qualified to be an aggressor. So, but still, no, even then, no, we should not kill them. So this gives a hint of how to study the Vedic scriptures. No, Vedic scriptures have multiple levels of dharma. No, like first level of the scripture is called as Artha Shastra. So Artha Shastra means like that scripture which is going to tell how to actually secure facilities for yourself. No, like which is going to talk about your own benefit. No, definitely all of us should consider our own benefit, right? So it is not that like considering one's own benefit is something wrong. No, it is definitely good. No, one should consider one's own benefit, and one should see like self-preservation, self-protection, and so many different things that are there. Like one should consider one's own benefit, and then more higher than that is Dharma Shastra. So Dharma Shastra, it actually talks about like how to it actually brings about a larger larger picture into the scene. So like where I'm not just like I'm not the only one existing in the system. No, there are other other living entities who are existing. No, there are natural resources that are existing, and all these different entities that are existing. So what is my duty towards them? If I perform like if any of the rules and regulations of Artha Shastra, which is beneficial for me, I am executing that. And if it is if it is not tallying with the Dharma Shastra, so then I should forego my enjoyment, and I should see, like I should do something for a greater cause, like that. So that is a very important this one. And then more higher than Dharma Shastra is the like Moksha Shastras, like Jnana Shastras. So which is for the purpose of going back to the spiritual world, or achieving liberation. So that's the ultimate goal of the living entity. So if I do dharma for people, but then it is obstructing my progress towards going back to or achieving liberation, so then that kind of dharma has to be given up, right? So like whenever a lower rule is coming in conflict with a higher rule, the lower rule has to be sacrificed, no? So here some kind of a hint that comes, like Arjuna is telling that these are atatayinas, these are aggressors, and aggressors means like they must be killed, and but no, Arjuna is using this word, but still, like, no, even though they are atatayina, they should not be killed. No, that means he is using the like a higher principle, and saying that on the basis of higher principle, like these people should not be killed. What is that higher principle? We'll see. So such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting any ordinary man. It is not necessary that he should be a police or he should be a government official, who can kill such a person. Even any ordinary man, like it is befitting, for him to kill. But Arjuna was not an ordinary man. He was a saintly, he was a Kshatriya. Basically Kshatriyas, all the more he is dutiful, to kill such people. But then here another angle that has been brought about, he was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for a Kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Rama, Rama Rajya. But Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because Ravana kidnapped Rama's wife, Sita. But Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Right? So here, we see that it's a very important subject that is brought about. So saintliness, like if a police, you go and approach a police saying that somebody stole my property, and then police says like, forgive him and things like that and all. You would say like, why do you behave like a saintly person? If you are a saintly person, give up your job and take sannyas. You are in a police job, and if some complaint comes, you have to act on it. You have to offer punishment to such a person. Right? So Arjuna's case is like that. He wants to deal with the situation in saintliness, but unfortunately he is in a dress of a Kshatriya. He is not a saint, to deal with them in forgiving nature and things like that. Right? So it is definitely wrong in the part of Arjuna. And Srila Prabhupada cites the example of Lord Rama. So Rama is very, very saintly personality. He is supreme personality of Godhead himself. So, but then like there is very good, this one was there when Ravana, he broke the principle and he kidnapped the wife of Rama. So like immediately Rama actually gave wonderful lessons. He destroyed Ravana and he destroyed the whole race of Rakshasas. So that is the this one. So that is a way to deal with the aggressors, right? So that is like the Sanatana Dharma. It doesn't teach people violence, and it doesn't teach people to be coward. It actually teaches people that you have to be peaceful, in normal scenario. But then if somebody breaks the rules and regulations, if somebody is like, like Atatayana, like this, then you cannot be like, okay, fine, like anybody can come and do anything with me and things like that. No, it's not like that. So one has to be, where aggression is needed, the aggression must be utilized, So that is why in all our scriptures, either in Ramayana, Mahabharata, wherever, in all our scriptures, all the things are there. So there is compassion is there is forgiveness is there, and there is aggression is also there. Right time, right things must be used. Right. So and then in Arjuna's case, it's a special type of aggressors because these people were, in Rama's case, it was like Ravana who was Rakshasa, and here the aggressors are one's own family members. So how to deal with that? So besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than kill one's own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on the grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not therefore consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. For after all, kingdom and pleasure derived therefrom are not permanent. So why should we risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna addressing Krishna as Madhava or husband of goddess of fortune is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as the husband of goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. No, he's Madhava means husband of goddess of fortune. So how can Krishna bring about misfortune? So, but then here Prabhupada mentions Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees. Okay, so now this saintly behavior is being noted. So though Arjuna exhibiting saintly behavior at this point in time is not a right thing. No, it's not at all a right thing, because he's a Kshatriya and he should keep the law and order in place. So, but then the saintly behavior is noted, and then later on Srila Prabhupada summarizes, and even Krishna, this one, many acharyas actually mention this particular thing. So this saintly behavior becomes a quality of Arjuna's, like receiving the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna becoming a fit candidate or fit student to receive Bhagavad Gita. And what is the saintly behavior that is specifically noted here in this purport? Compassion in the previous, this one we studied. Here, one important saintly behavior is noted.
6 things has been. Those things we can.
Forgiveness. Yeah. So, what is mentioned? So, here, Arjuna thought that he should not take severe steps against these ordinary or aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency, right? So this forgiveness, this is a very important, this one. In this connection, I thought of one particular pastime. Just a minute. Okay, Parashuram and Jamadagni. This is a very nice pastime. Okay, so this pastime, we will just study this pastime a little bit. You all know Parashuram. No, Parashuram is a great incarnation of the Lord, and was a very great warrior. But then, which is the family in which Parashuram was born? He was born in a Kshatriya family? He was born in a Brahmana family. Who is the father of Parashuram? Jamadagni. No, Jamadagni is a Brahmana, right? So now, this story actually comes like about Parashuram. So we will read a few of the translation of the slokas. The best of the Kshatriyas, Kartavirya Arjuna. So this is another Arjuna, that is there in the history. So Kartavirya Arjuna. You all heard about this name? Yeah. Kartavirya Arjuna. So the king of Hayas received 1,000 alms by worshipping Dattatreya, the plenary expansion of Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan. He also became undefeatable by enemies and received unobstructed sensory power, beauty, influence, strength, fame, and mystic power, by which to achieve all perfections of yoga, such as anima, lagima, and things like that. Thus, having become fully opulent, he roamed all over the universe without opposition, just like the wind. Once, while enjoying the waters of the river Narmada, the puffed up Kartavirya Arjuna, surrounded by beautiful women and garlanded with a victory garland, stopped the flow of the water with his arms. He stopped the flow of the river. You can imagine, like, it's not like Kali Yuga river which doesn't have water. So it's like the river which is deep and full of water. He, with his hands alone, he made a dam, and then he stopped the whole flow of water, right? And then when he did this, then what happened? Like on the banks of Narmada, Ravana also had a camp. He was having his fun time over there. I'm just explaining about him only. So, so he's such a powerful person. By the stopping of the river, water, so it flooded the banks, and then Ravana's camp became flooded. So Ravana became like, Ravana is also a very powerful person. He also has all this anima, lagima, all these, and he is like having really very, very powerful this one. And Ravana became angry, and then he wanted to come and oppose Kartavirya Arjuna. And Kartavirya Arjuna, like it is mentioned here. So when Ravana attempted to insult Kartavirya Arjuna in the presence of women and thus offended him, Kartavirya Arjuna easily arrested Ravana and put him in custody in the city of Mahismati, just as one captures a monkey and then releases him neglectfully. So that is the power of this guy. So now we will see that Parashuram is going to kill Kartavirya Arjuna. And when Ravana was so puffed up that no, who can actually oppose me? So that time some of the things were noted, no, and he was communicated to Ravana. You see, like the person Rama who is going to come, he's not an ordinary person. No, like who is this person? Like no, Parashuram killed Kartavirya Arjuna. No, who easily captured you, and Rama subdued even Parashuram. That is the person who is going to face, like whom you are going to face. And then he was told that Vali also, like Vali also, like he defeated Ravana. And then now the Rama is the same person who has killed Vali. So you could not able to do anything to him, but he has killed him. And then many other different this ones were told. And he was told that here is the person whose strength cannot be measured. His strength is immeasurable. And you should not, it is very, very foolishness to actually fight with this person. You should just simply surrender and give back his wife. But then, Ravana never, like heard him. So now, once while Kartavirya Arjuna was wandering, unengaged in solitary forest and hunting, he approached the residence of Jamadagni. The sage Jamadagni was engaged in great austerities in the forest, received the king very well. Along with the king's soldiers, ministers and carriers, he supplied them all necessities and worshipped the guest, for he possessed a Kamadhenu cow that was able to supply everything. So the king was like, so much taken aback by the hospitality of Jamadagni. Jamadagni is a poor sadhu, residing in the forest, and Kartavirya Arjuna with all his army, when he came, like he was well fed. This is not in the capacity of a poor sadhu residing in the forest. So then Kartavirya Arjuna saw that this is all because of the Kamadhenu cow. It is just producing whatever is necessary, for this one. And Kartavirya Arjuna thought that Jamadagni was more powerful and wealthy than himself because of possessing a jewel in the form of Kamadhenu. Therefore, he and his own men, or the Haihayas, were not very much appreciative of Jamadagni's reception. On the contrary, they wanted to possess the Kamadhenu, which was useful for the execution of Agnihotra as sacrifice. So Jamadagni was using the Kamadhenu for performing sacrifices, but then here, Kartavirya Arjuna, he is not satisfied, like somebody has somebody has offered me nice reception and took care of me and things like that. How can he take care of me nicely in this way? So what is his wealth? Where is he getting this wealth from? I need to get that wealth. This is like, crooked mentality. So being puffed up by material power, Kartavirya Arjuna encouraged his men to steal Jamadagni's Kamadhenu. Thus the men forcibly took away the crying Kamadhenu along with her calf to Mahismati, Kartavirya Arjuna's capital. Thereafter, Kartavirya Arjuna, having left with the Kamadhenu, Parashuram returned to ashram. When Parashuram, the youngest of the sons of Jamadagni, heard about Kartavirya Arjuna's nefarious deeds, he became angry as a trampled snake. Taking up a fierce chopper, his shield, his bow and quiver of arrows, Lord Parashuram, exceedingly angry, chased Kartavirya Arjuna just as a lion chases an elephant. So then after that, he enters the Mahismati Puri, and then he cuts off all the arms of Kartavirya Arjuna, 1,000 arms he had. So he cuts off all those things, and then he cuts off his head. And then seeing that, all the all the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna, they all run away. And then after that, Parashuram comes back. Parashuram described to his father and brothers his activities in killing Kartavirya Arjuna. Upon hearing of these deeds, Jamadagni spoke to his son as follows: O great hero, my dear son Parashuram, you have unnecessarily killed the king, who is supposed to be the embodiment of all demigods. Thus you have committed a sin. My dear son, we are all Brahmanas and have become worshipable for people in general because of our quality of forgiveness. It is because of this quality that Lord Brahma, the supreme spiritual master of the universe, has achieved his post. The duty of a Brahmana is to culture the quality of forgiveness, which is illuminating like the sun. The supreme personality of Godhead Hari is pleased with those who are forgiving. My dear son, killing a king who is an emperor is more severely sinful than killing a Brahmana. But now, if you become Krishna conscious and worship the holy places, you can atone for this great sin. Jamadagni asked Parashuram to go to different holy places and perform austerities to atone for this sin. So here we see that the duties are very, very clear in the Vedic Dharma. No, a Brahmana is supposed to perform the function of a Brahmana, and a Kshatriya is supposed to perform the function of a Kshatriya. So, like, no, here we see that no, Parashuram, no, being a descendant of a Brahmana, no, he should not be angry and he should not kill. No, like he should not have taken revenge no against Kartavirya Arjuna, and his father was not at all happy. No, you're a Brahmana. No, now if you do like things like this, so definitely you have retaliated. No, the offense that this this person has done. But then what is the what is a like calamity that you have brought about? So what is the calamity that what is the problem of Parashuram's killing Kartavirya Arjuna? Why Jamadagni is so upset about this particular this one?
The kingdom can destroy any time of time. The others, the proper, they can no one can perform the daily activities.
Okay.
Sins and all, judgmental things.
Fine. Anyone else?
It may destroy the flow of the society.
Okay, it may destroy the flow of the society. In what way?
Something has to do like activities engaged in the war and all this.
Maybe infrastructure has been disturbed.
Yeah, we'll give a chance to.
It's like for defense, like defense and for
Securing the people and things like that. Okay. See, one important thing is that Krishna mentions this particular thing in Bhagavad Gita as well. Yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tad eve torojana. Whatever the best of the people or the leaders perform, common people actually follow. And now a Brahmana sets an example of going away from his religious principles of forgiveness and things like that. So that actually hampers the system of the Varnashrama. The Varnashrama is the organization of the society as Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyas. So that's considered to be the basic infrastructure. In Kali Yuga, the basic infrastructure is completely destroyed. So it's like, if you have a house, you need to have some running water and then electricity and some basic amenities. You need to have some stove, utensils and some grocery and things like that. So basic infrastructure is necessary for you to live. So the Varnashrama system is the basic infrastructure for somebody to live peacefully in this world, right? So that's the system it is. And now, if a Brahmana steps out of his religious principles, that creates a biggest havoc, So that is why, Jamadagni is not very this one. So you're a Brahmana, you should actually exhibit the quality of forgiveness, But then you have taken revenge against the aggressor, So that is not at all befitting, you as a Brahmana. So and it is going to create big problem in the society. And now I must punish you. If I don't punish you, then people in the future will take it. Okay, even a Brahmana can do such kind of retaliation and stuffs like that. So then the whole social order, it will be like, you are living in a house. Tap में वो पानी नहीं आ रहा है, like light switch दबाएंगे तो light नहीं जल रहा है, and your stove is not igniting fire and things like that. It's a very difficult place to live in. So in Kali Yuga, that's what is happening. Like anybody is doing anything. So that's why in Kali Yuga the system is completely gone. So that's why the society becomes a very difficult place to live in. Day by day taxation is increasing and so many different problems actually coming up and things like that. So it's because of this basic infrastructure being destroyed. So Varnashram is a basic, very, very important infrastructure. And even Arjuna, like in this particular, this one of forgiveness that we are talking about. So why is Arjuna talking about forgiveness here? So because if we continue this battle, what's going to happen? All the important people of all the kingdoms have come here. And if we kill, mass scale massacre is going to happen. And after that, who will, propagate this dharma, later, in the particular dynasties. And the Varnashrama dharma, the system will become, damaged. And then all over in the world, everybody will be engaged in irreligion, So this is something even Arjuna's this one. So we see that, even in the case of Jamadagni, he is worried about tampering the system of Varnashram. And even in the case of Arjuna also, he is worried about tampering the system of Varnashram. So it's a very important concern, that he is actually bringing about. So here, the specific quality that is noted down is the quality of forgiveness. No, of course, this is not a quality that Arjuna is supposed to show in the battlefield, but the acharyas note this quality. No, this is a good quality, no, of Arjuna, which is going to make him eligible to hear Bhagavad Gita. No, so it's a simultaneously it is wrong and right. No, it is wrong in the sense he is a Kshatriya and he is not supposed to show forgiveness towards the aggressors. No, that's not his dharma. But then he is exhibiting this saintly quality natural out of a devotee, so which is like becomes a quality noted that he is good student, he is a fit student to receive Bhagavad Gita, right? So we studied two qualities today. So one of the quality is compassion, the another quality is forgiveness, right? So these two qualities are very, very essential, and for our studying of Bhagavad Gita and understanding of Bhagavad Gita. So like maybe next time when I come to take session, so we will study the other qualities. So we had text 37 and 38, where Arjuna is thinking about greater well-being, and then text 44 he's conscious about moral principles, and 45 he's talked about soft-heartedness, and then respect for the elders, and many other different qualities. So we had made a list of all the good qualities. So this is like he was dharmic, he was humble, and he was compassionate, large-hearted, not selfish, and he was detached. He was not very much attached to gaining the kingdom and things like that. He was forgiving, he was having soft heart, sense control, and surrender to a spiritual master. So these are all the list of qualities. In the next further sessions, we will discuss about these other qualities as well, right? So today's set of qualities that we discussed were the quality of compassion and the quality of forgiveness, right? So these two are very important. So now, just before we divide ourselves and do the group discussion, so like we can have a little bit of a rapid fire of like what all we discussed today in as part of these two qualities of compassion and forgiveness. So, okay, rapid fire, one line, quick you should say.
So actually, that's Jamadagni answer. Parshram has been killed by the Kartavirya. So that it is idam Brahma, idam Shat. So can you elaborate that?
No, it's not time of elaboration, it's time of rapid fire. Okay, what we learned today?
The forgiveness.
Okay.
The
Compassion, okay. What all different things? Many things we discussed in this.
Because those who can punish well for things for sin activities like insult and punishments, who can punish, who cannot punish.
Okay. We'll give others as well. Quick. Should tell fast what all things we learned. Okay, so when higher dharma comes in conflict with lower dharma has to be given up and higher dharma has to be followed. Okay, so those of you who have not noted these points, you can note down, otherwise in group discussion you will not have any points to discuss. Right, okay, so that is one nice thing. So then what else?
There are 8 energies of Krishna. Any of them is observable.
Yeah, so there are different energies of Krishna. All of them, Krishna cannot be separated from these energies. If we worship Krishna, so that means we should also take care of all his energies. Worship of Krishna, not taking care of his energies, is not proper worship of Krishna. Right? Okay. Anything else?
Good association.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we don't have a choice of whether we'll be good or bad. So which kind of association we have, we will become like that. So like our choice is based on our association, not based on today I will become good. It's not possible to become good like that. So what kind of association we have, that kind of shape we will take. Okay. Anything else?
There are 6 points where the person has to be punished. So quality, 6 that someone has stolen the bike of 6.
Yeah, 6 aggressors we saw. Yeah. So if somebody has performed that such aggressions, they can be punished. Okay. So like all the good qualities will be developed by a devotee. No. On the other hand, a person who is not devotee, he may possess some good qualities which is born of the modes of nature, and it doesn't have endurance. No, because of that, the scriptures doesn't value such good qualities. So the good qualities which is born out of practice of devotion, no, that is valued. Okay. Anything else?
Varnashrama needs to be maintained for the benefit of society.
So Varnashrama needs to be maintained for the benefit of society. So everybody should perform their own prescribed duties, so that the whole society can be taken care of nicely. What else? What example from Srimad Bhagavatam we discussed for compassion? Okay, that is Bhagavad Gita. No, to substantiate that, we had cited from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Kartavirya.
No, that is for forgiveness. You were not there at that time.
Do not kill the other living being.
Dharma kvachit na yatra nabhuta sauhridam. No, so that where in which pastime it comes? We discuss about Jalaja and things like that and all. Samudra Manthan, and when Lakshmi ji appears from Samudra Manthan, so everybody wants to possess her, and then so in that time, she is choosing whom should she take shelter of, and that time she is analyzing. So a person who is faultless, I will take shelter of that person. And then in the analysis in one place, she actually comes to this. Some people are religious. They are following religious principles nicely, but they are not merciful to all the living entities. They are not thinking about the bhuta sauhridam. And in that context, we also saw that Prabhupada mentions that there are Hindus, Muslims, Christians, so many different people profess themselves to be religious. But then if they are killing other animals for their satisfaction, so what kind of religion it is? That cannot be a religion. Lakshmi Devi deprecates such kind of a religion over there, right? So that is one point that we discussed. Anything else? There's so many things we discussed in last 1 hour, more than 1 hour. Okay, fine. So whatever we have could able to assimilate, it's good. And now we can divide into groups and we can discuss the qualities. What all things you will discuss is what is the greatness of these qualities of compassion, and also the forgiveness, and also the other sub points that we had discussed, the qualities acquired from the modes of good, the material modes of nature, and qualities acquired from devotion, performance of devotion, the difference between them. And then how we don't have a choice to develop good qualities. We are what we associate with. That is also an important point of discussion. And then we saw about how by taking up the devotional service to the Lord, we can develop all the good qualities that is there. And then also you may discuss how practical way we can try to develop these qualities. This is also a sadhana to develop the quality of compassion, to develop the quality of forgiveness as a basic this one. It is not that Arjuna is because he is Kshatriya all the time he should fight. He should first develop the quality of forgiveness and compassion. And on top of it, if somebody breaks the rules and regulation, he can become aggressive towards them. So but the basic dharma of being compassionate and being forgiveness, it is very, very essential, right? So what is the importance of developing these qualities and how to develop these qualities? So that is something that you all will discuss in the groups now. And then after discussion, so one of the representative of the group will come forward and present it. So now we can divide yourself. Hare Krishna. All of you have the groups, right? Or anybody is out of group, new? Okay. So our Hemanga Prabhu will help you to assign to a group. So you all can divide and sit in the groups. Hare Krishna. Hemangapu, Balaji was not there, so how that group will function?
Balaji Prabhu has not came, so I was thinking all the Matajis can be there only and all the Prabhujis can be.
No, no, no. This group, let us maintain this group. You can moderate, Prabhu, the group? Huh? ठीक है, we can. And you can introduce Prabhuji to them and. No.